Hello and welcome back to another Allen Motor Group road review with me, Jamie Green, and today I have the 5th generation all-new Kia Sportage, a car that's been clean sheeted and designed from the chassis up. I'm going to show you today why this car is full of technical innovation and why it is geared towards the future. Now, as always with our video reviews, I'm going to start today with specifications, and the Sportage starts with the 2, and this comes with the 8-inch infotainment system, the 4.2-inch digital cluster, parking sensors, front collision assist, dual zone climate control and the LED lights straight off the bat. Second in the lineup comes the GT line, and this comes with the 12.3-inch digital infotainment display with navigation, driver lumbar support, smart key entry, rear privacy glass, smart cruise control, and the full collision assist gets an added bonus of junction functionality. In the middle of the range comes the 3, and this gets the part cloth, part leather seats with heating functionality, the heated steering wheel and highway drive assist. The 4th car in the Sportage lineup is the 4, and this is where the tech really starts to come alive. The 4 gets the dual LED adaptive headlights, interior ambient lighting, power adjustable front seats, the wireless charger, the panoramic roof, a Harman Kardon speaker system, a blind spot collision avoidance system, blind spot and surround view monitoring as well. Top dog of the new Sportage lineup is the GT Line S, like I have with me today, and the GT Line S comes with special tyres if you have the PHEV or HEV versions to optimise the electric range. It also comes with suede upholstery, the driver's memory seats which are ventilated for cooling, a panoramic roof and the smart power tailgate. Next up, we're going to talk about the engine range of the Sportage, of which it has 6, and the 2 non-hybrid ones are a 1.6 petrol with 113 horsepower and a 1.6 diesel with 148. Now, the first hybrids in the lineup are the mild hybrids, and these again are the same 1.6 diesel and petrol variants, but they're twinned with a 48-volt battery and a 7-speed DCT gearbox. Now, these produce 133 horsepower from the petrol and 148 from the diesel. Next up, we have the HEV, the hybrid electric vehicle, and this is a 1.6 litre petrol engine with a 1.49 kilowatt-hour battery producing 226 horsepower in either 2-wheel drive or all-wheel drive configuration. This is paired with just a standard 6-speed automatic box, and that is what I have in this car today, and I can tell you it is an absolutely fantastic engine. The final engine unit you can have in your Sportage is the plug-in hybrid, which has a 13.8 kilowatt-hour battery and the same 1.6 turbocharged petrol engine with the 6-speed auto I have, and this produces a combined 261 horsepower. Now I'm going to start with the practicality segment of this video, and unlike normally I'm going to start inside. I was going to show you the terrain mode button, but unfortunately I've only got the 2-wheel drive variant today. As you can see here with the drive mode selector, where I can put the car into sport or eco mode, there will be a button here that would say terrain in the all-wheel drive variants, which means your Kia Sportage can go off-road in mud, snow and sand. Kia have maximised storage inside this new Sportage with nice large door bins down here, a decent sized glove box, and you've then got this little storage section here which is where the wireless charger is held. You've also got a rather sizable area here with cup holders which adjust like so, and a nice sized centre arm console. So you've got a good amount of storage inside this SUV. As we looked at a moment ago, we can switch drive modes from eco mode to sport mode, which gives you a different dial. You can see you've got your rev counter just there if you want to give the car a quick rev, or you can be in eco mode, and it gives you a rough idea of what the car's doing, when the battery's charging, when it's discharging, and I quite like this, and it's still got quite a bit of pep in eco mode, which we'll have a look at just a little bit later. This new variant of the Sportage comes with a large boot as well, with 591 litres with the seats up, or if you pull the levers on the sides you reveal 1,780 litres. Now, there is a small lip to the boot lid load here, but if you lift up the floor it is adjustable, so you have no lip. And the best thing about this new Sportage is the middle seat folds independently, which means you can do through loading, which on a big SUV like this is pretty much essential. Now you can have a tow bar fitted to your new Sportage, and the Kia Sportage is certified to tow between 1.6 tonnes and 1.9 tonnes, depending on the variation of engine you have. Now you all know the drill by now if you've watched one of our videos before. I'm 6 foot tall and I've got the driver's seat adjusted to my driving position, and as you can see, the legroom in the car is still pretty good. I can move my legs about, I've got a good bit of comfort, and there's a good bit of storage back here as well. You've got a coat hanger on the back headrest here, another one just here, and both of these seats have USB-C sockets on them, so practicality wise you can have your kids charge their phones in the back of the car without going, "Dad, I need the charger," or without fighting each other for it. The other thing, the Sportage has a little lever here to recline the seats. What more could you want at the back of your large SUV? And I've even got ample headroom, even with the panoramic roof. Back inside the Sportage in the front, we find we've got a USB socket here, a USB-C and a 12-volt connector. But this is all stored in this little compartment that I showed you earlier for some storage. Or if you put your phone in here, it's a wireless charging pad. There you go. My phone's now charging. You've got a little light there to tell me, and also the little battery on the screen begins to illuminate. So yeah, this is pretty practical. Moving on to the styling segment of our video today, the new Sportage has a range of 10 colours, and this depends on what you can choose on the model you have, or even the engine, with the exclusive Experience Green only coming on the PHEV or HEV engines. Now, the GT Line S does come with a two-tone paint, so you can choose to have the black roof if you would like. I think it looks really sporty, but you can also have it in one solid colour. And you get 5 colours on the GT Line S I have today, and that's the Infrared, Lunar Silver, Fusion White, Dark Penta Metal, which is a kind of charcoaly grey, or the Blue Flame, which I have, which I think really pops with the black roof. Now, those of you that are Kia fans or have bought a Kia Sportage from us here at the Allen Motor Group before, you'll notice that this Sportage is a very different looking beast. Gone are the high set headlights and replaced with these boomerang LEDs, and the headlights are kind of almost set into the side quarter here, which is actually quite a strange design, but it looks really good. When twinned with this low bonnet line here with the new Kia badges and this gloss black and silver grille, it really is quite a handsome car from the front. If controversial, I can't get over the styling. Coming down the side of the Sportage, you can see 2 major lines. You've got one coming up the door here, and then you've got this kind of silvery chrome brush up the side, which at the back there splits, and it's got about a 3-inch gap there, and it kind of gives it a more coupe-esque sporty style, and it just adds to the flair of this car. I think it looks really nice from the side. It's got a great profile, and matched with these magnesite grey 18-inch alloys, this really is a fantastic looking car from this angle. Now, around the back of the new Sportage, you can see that they completely redesigned this lovely light here. It's very nice LED. It runs all the way along with this kind of black plastic trim, which looks brilliant. But the one thing I want to draw your attention to is this kind of ducktail area here, which is a massive nod to its big bad brother, the EV6. And this is the design philosophy that Kia are going to be following with their next set of models. This is the way that the brand is going, and I absolutely love it because it looks sporty, it looks fresh, and it's a great new idea. Inside this new Sportage, you see we find these leather seats brushed with this beautiful suede material, which is also on the doors here. But all these kind of leathers are nice firm leathers with beautiful premium stitching here. There's no real hard plastics until you get to down here, but realistically you're not going to be feeling this. This is just a fantastic place to be. These newly designed vents on the side of the infotainment system, and even this curved infotainment system itself. Now, the curved system like this doesn't come until you get the GT line. It doesn't come on the Sportage 2. But I really love this. It makes this very accessible to the driver. It's very responsive as well. As you can see, I've got my hybrid settings up there. I can go to my phone, my navigation, all from here, which I think is brilliant. Now, I've got my climate control settings down here, but if I touch the paper aeroplane, it changes to shortcuts. There you go. It turns to shortcuts for my infotainment system, which again, I think is really brilliant. It's multifunctional, and it's making use of the space that Kia have got. This is really innovative, all of this car, and it makes it look absolutely fantastic, and it's a very smart place to be. Now onto the feature demonstration part of this video, and the first thing I'm going to show you is the blind spot view monitor. Now, it's a bit like the blind spot information system, but instead of giving you that light on the wing mirror, which you do get, you can use your indicator stalk here, and a little camera underneath the mirror will show you what's in your blind spot. As you can see, my tripod is in the blind spot on the left, and if we go to the right, well, you've got nothing because there's nothing in my blind spot. But this really helps you, especially the fact that this Sportage has a rather small rear window and larger rear pillars, so you can see what's around you. It really does give you quite a sense of knowing what's going on. And even to this is the round view camera, so you can see behind me, and it's even in really good definition as well. You got an overhead view. You can switch this as well, so you can see the blind spot cameras, so you can just see from above, or even this, which is something we get in more premium German cars, but Kia have really gone all out with this one. We can have an all-round view of our Sportage, so you can see we're in a little cubby hole just off the side of the road here with my tripod there. We've got a bit of liner over there as well, which I've removed, and you can see just how responsive this is with a lorry going past. That is how really good this is. These cameras are all really high quality and will help just guide you with such a large car. The next thing I want to demonstrate is our remote smart park assist, and what this is if I've come back to my Sportage and someone's parked way too close, I can't open the doors because they're so big, I press and hold a button on my key until I start hearing the musical hum of the electric motor. I simply then press another button here, and my Sportage will use its sensors to detect if anything's in the way, and if it's all clear, there it goes. It's out of the parking space and I can now get in it. Now, the one thing to tell you about this is a smart system. It will not allow the Sportage to move forward or backwards if there is an obstacle. So if, say there's a bollard behind your car and you want to back it into the space with this system, well, it's not going to damage the car because the car will stop. It will not allow itself to run into anything, including humans. Now, the last thing I want to talk you through, it's not something I can show you on feature demonstration, but it's something I can tell you, and it's called e-handling. Now, the new Sportage does not have a differential, so it's not a sporty car. However, what it does have is something called e-handling. The e-handling system uses a regenerative braking system on the front axles, and it can brake the wheels independently and just give you a bit more grip in the corners. So as you enter the corner, it will just give a little bit more regenerative braking on that right hand side if you're turning in that way, and it just allows the car to get into the corner better. And even as you turn out the corner, it just opens it up and gives the car more grip. And this is more of a safety feature than anything, because it maximizes the grip you have in the corners to keep you and your family and occupants inside your Sportage safe. Now finally, what else do you need to know about the Sportage? Well, 1993, the Kia Sportage first arrived onto the UK roads, into a market that favoured saloon cars. Moving forward to the early 2000s, the hatchback was the favoured model. But as we've moved into the 2010s and the 2020s, the SUV has become king. And this is paramount, because the fourth generation Sportage, which this is replacing, was Kia's best-selling model. Now this fifth generation hopes to take over where its father, the fourth gen, left off, with all new tech, all new engines, firmly geared at the future. Kia. Reliability is the name of the game, and they're so confident with this that all new Kias, including the Sportage, come with the 7-year, 100,000 mile industry leading warranty, which means if anything goes wrong with your Kia in the first 7 years, you can take it back to our Kia dealers and the Kia will pay to have it replaced. Obviously, if it's something that you've broken, if you're going to use something that you shouldn't be using it for, that's not going to be covered. But anything goes wrong mechanically with this car, you know it's going to be covered, and it gives you a good peace of mind when buying a Kia Sportage. Now today, when I'm making this video, it is the end of March 2022, and the Kia Sportage has not yet been crash tested by Euro NCAP. However, it's been given license to be sold onto the roads because it holds a host more safety features than the outgoing Kia Sportage, and it has the same basic crash structures as well. So Euro NCAP and Kia are so confident that this car will score the top range 5 stars as is become industry standard, that it is already being sold on our roads, and I'm confident driving it as well. Well, that's about all we've got time for today, but the last word I'll have to say today is that the Kia Sportage is now 29 years old, and it is firmly gauged towards the future with its hybridize options that you can't help but feel that an electric option and an e-Sportage will be following up soon to join its brothers, the e-Niro, the e-Soul and the hardcore EV6. If you want to know more about this car, head to the Allen Motor Group website, or even to test drive one, come down to your local Allen Motor Group Kia dealer. Till next time, I'm Jamie Green, and this is the 5th generation Kia Sportage. Stay safe.